What's up guys, it's Kelly and today I've got another swatch review for you. So today we are talking about the ILNP Halloween 2021 collection, which is called Haunted. So this is actually technically their second fall collection of the year. As I've mentioned in previous videos, generally what they do is they split their polishes into one 6 polish collection at the beginning of the season, one 6 polish collection in the middle of the season, but it lines up really perfectly that their second fall collection is always a Halloween collection. And a ton of you guys have asked me to review them, so that's what we're doing today. To take a quick step back, if you haven't heard of ILNP before, they are an independent nail polish brand based in the US. They are cruelty-free, meaning they do not test any of their products on animals, and they're also 7-free, meaning they do not use 7 of the potentially harmful ingredients that are often found in nail polish. Just a quick note, they do not have on their website that they are a vegan brand, but they do make a note that they attempt to use no animal-derived ingredients in their polishes. But yeah, onto the collection. We've got 6 brand new nail polishes for today. They are all specialty finishes. They're all a little bit different, but they end up feeling pretty cohesive. And actually from a distance, it's a little reminiscent of their Halloween 2020 collection, which I did review back when it came out. But up close, I feel like the polishes are very different. So let's just jump right into the review. I'm going to show you guys all of the beautiful polishes, and then we'll talk a little bit more about pricing and availability and all the good stuff. So roll the footage. So as with all of my swatch and review videos, I am going to be using base coat underneath all of my swatches just to protect my natural nail and prevent any stains. Today, to nobody's surprise, I'm using Orly Bonder base coat. So we'll start off with the only light shade of the collection. This one is called Tombstone, and it's a very soft gray crelly base, and then it has a scattering of holographic sparkle as well as a copper flaky running throughout. And I thought this was going to be a pretty sheer polish. I was expecting it to be a 3-coater on me, but it ended up giving me full coverage in 2, which I thought was really impressive. A lot of ILNP polishes tend to be 3-coaters on me, so working with a light shade like this, I was just pretty impressed at that opacity. But yeah, it's super pretty. I love crelly formulas. I love that contrast between this soft, cool toned gray and this very intense copper flaky. I just think it's so pretty. I feel like it's a perfect fall color, but I definitely think it's a great transitional into winter color as well. Next up we have the shade Spellbound. This is a really intense duochrome shade, so it's got this sort of blackened base, but then the color itself has this duochrome shift from blue to green, and then it's also got a ton of holographic sparkle as well. This one was another one that was a 2-coater on me, and I absolutely loved it. I love these super deep bases where the shimmer looks like it's almost like lit from within. It's just very intense. It's very jewel toned. I feel like this is another shade that would be a really great transition into the winter season because I always love wearing deep jewel tones in the winter as well. Next up we have the shade Black Magic, which, as you could probably guess from the name, is a rich black linear hollow polish. Now I feel like there are definitely a lot of black linear hollows floating around in the world, and this isn't something that is particularly new or very exciting, but I always love having a staple color from a brand that I trust and enjoy, and I feel like the opacity on this one is really good. It was almost there in the first coat, but I did need a second coat for full coverage. It has that nice intense hollow sparkle, which I feel like is pretty difficult with black polishes, but it shows through really nicely and it looks really intense on the nails. Next up we have the shade Jinx, and this is a really fun one. It's this very deep purple jelly base, and it looks really light in the first coat, but as I build it up to full coverage, you'll see it getting deeper and deeper. But in addition to that, we've got these really intense, colorful, iridescent flakies running throughout, as well as a very subtle holographic sparkle. It's just barely there, but I feel like it shows through when the lighting is right, and it's very pretty. So this one was a tiny bit patchy in 2 coats. I did need a 3rd coat to get that full coverage, and I really like how deep and intense that purple got. It's got that very, very dark eggplant kind of color, but it's not too dark that it looks black on the nails. You can still definitely see the purple, and all of those beautiful flakies again kind of give that lit from within look. So it's just a nice, really beautiful, deep kind of opal vibe. Next up we have my favorite of the bunch. This one is called Carrie. This is actually what I'm wearing in the intro and outro to this video, and it's a very intense deep red that has a holographic sparkle running throughout. I don't know what it is about these colors, but I just cannot resist them. There's something so vampy and deep deep, but also very like elegant about them. And this one is really cool because the more coats you do, the deeper and more intense that red gets. So it almost ends up as this like maroon kind of color, and then all of that sparkle shows through so beautifully. So I loved the way that it looked in 2 coats. It was perfectly opaque and the formula was just so smooth and easy. And last but definitely not least, we have the shade Trick or Treat, and this is a really fun orange that is absolutely packed with silver flakes. And because we have that orange base, it really warms up those silver flakes and it makes them look almost golden on the nail. So it's a super fun shade. I really love wearing colors like this. I don't love the removal of them, but I feel like it's kind of worth it for a color like this. It's so beautiful. This one was super opaque. It pretty much covered my nail in the first coat, but I did do a second just to get that nice depth of color there. And it's just a really fun classic orange with a twist. So here is the full collection, and I have to say, looking at them all together, I think it's such a beautifully curated set of colors and finishes. I love that each one is a little bit different, so you've got something for everyone, but they also come together really nicely. And we've also got all these cool tone shades on the top, all of these warm tone shades on the bottom, so there's just a lot going on here. I love the Halloween vibes, but I think these shades are really going to carry me through fall and into winter because they just feel like the perfect vibe for late fall into early winter. So yeah, those are the polishes, and I have to say I definitely enjoy them. I think they came out with a lot of really beautiful different finishes here, and I love that the collection feels very cohesive even though each of the finishes is pretty different. You guys also know I absolutely love Halloween, so of course I really love Halloween themed nail polishes, but these polishes also happen to have a really good formula, so they're very easy to work with. I do want to say though, I don't think I love it as much as their Manhattan collection, but that's not to say that this collection is not good. It's just that I loved their first fall 2021 collection, which I did review of course. I just feel like those polishes were just like the epitome of fall. They were so beautiful, the formulas were incredible. So I feel like if I had to pick between the two, I would pick the Manhattan collection. I just thought it was absolutely incredible. Definitely one of my top collections of the year, but obviously I do recommend both of them. I think both collections are really, really good. So these polishes are available on the ILNP website. They come in the regular 12 milliliter bottles that do have the soft touch cap, and they also have a wide flat brush. It's not too wide though, so it's kind of like a medium wide brush. And those retail for $10 USD each, so I'm gonna link all of them down below. You can check them out if you are interested. But I would love to hear from you guys. What do you think of this collection? Did you pick any of them up, or are you planning to? Which of the finishes is your favorite, and what would you like to see more of from the brand? I'm curious to know your thoughts. So leave a comment, we can chat about it. If you enjoy my swatch and review videos, please give this one a thumbs up. It lets me know I'm doing a good job. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I put out new videos every Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. Huge shout out to my Cosmic Admirals on Patreon, Amanda M, Braxton Scott, and Rocketman's daughter. I really appreciate your support, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Today's fun fact question comes from Patreon supporter Mindy H, and Mindy wants to know, are you a fan of Tim Burton movies? If so, if you could only choose one to watch as often as you want but never see the others again for the rest of your life, which would you keep and why? And if you aren't a fan of Tim Burton movies, any reason why you don't like them? So this is actually a great question because it's something I don't think I've ever talked about, and I feel like it's actually a pretty surprising answer. I think a lot of people look at my style and my aesthetic and assume that I am a huge Tim Burton fan, and I'm not saying that I'm not, but I will tell you guys, I did not see any Tim Burton movies until I was an adult. I did not grow up with the nostalgia factor of like children's Tim Burton movies. I never really got into any other Tim Burton movies. In fact, I think I've only seen a couple in my entire life. Let me look it up. I didn't see The Nightmare Before Christmas until after I graduated college. I am a fan of that movie, but I didn't have the nostalgia of it. I just think it's a fun movie because I like those holidays. I've never seen Corpse Bride. I've never seen Beetlejuice. I did see Edward Scissorhands as an adult. Oh wow, he made Sleepy Hollow too. I did see Sweeney Todd in theaters, and that was out in 2007. So I was in high school at the time, so I saw that one. I didn't realize how many children's movies he's done. But yeah, so I feel like I don't know that many Tim Burton movies. And I guess out of like the 3 that I've seen, no, I've seen 4. I guess I've seen 4 of them. And I don't know if I could choose a favorite because I haven't seen any of them enough times. Like I've definitely seen Nightmare Before Christmas the most, but I feel like I've only seen it like maybe 5 or 6 times, which actually sounds like a lot, but I feel like for a person like who really loves that movie, they've probably seen it a lot more. I have seen Sweeney Todd a few times because I enjoy it, even though I actually hate musicals. I thought that was just a really fun one. And I've only seen Edward Scissorhands once. I've only seen Sleepy Hollow like twice. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know which movie I would pick. I guess I would pick Nightmare Before Christmas because I think it's just the one that I have seen the most of. Yeah, that's really interesting. I feel like I should probably see more Tim Burton movies because I think it kind of suits my interests and I would probably like them a lot. But yeah, no, I don't have too much experience with them. If you guys would like to answer the question though, you're free to answer them in the comments and let me know your thoughts. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!